Invited by the organizers, Tom Green and Randy Dye, to come speak as the originator of the Restore the Constitution rally movement that started on April 19th, the anniversary of the first shot of the American Revolution. And we held an armed rally like this on the banks of the Potomac within sight of DC. Tom and Randy have really picked up the ball and ran with it. This is a larger crowd than we had there, and right now at this time in New Mexico, there's another Restore the Constitution rally being held, and that was put together by Dr. Walter Ray Seidel. He was also there at the original rally, and the point is that we need to keep the momentum growing. All of you can go back to your own hometowns and hold another Restore the Constitution rally. I plan on holding one in my hometown of Atlanta on October 30th, the weekend before the elections. Why do we do all this? Why do we bother? Well, I can't speak for everyone here. I can say that the reason that I do this is because it's the least I can do. It's the least one can do when confronted with a corrupt gangster government that knows no limits. Sure, we still have free and fair elections for the most part, but here's the problem. Ours is not supposed to be a system in which majority opinion and the results of elections dictate all things. This is not a democracy. As a couple of the other speakers have said, a democracy is two wolves in a sheep voting on what to have for dinner. You see, in our Republican system, certain rights and limits are supposed to be safeguarded regardless. Our constitutional rights and the Constitution's limits on government power are not subject to majority opinion. They are not subject to judicial activism. They are not subject to flawed Supreme Court precedent. They are not subject to the results of last election or the results of the next. So what's been going on that's unconstitutional? What actions and laws go against the text of the Constitution? There are many. I'll paraphrase another Restore the Constitution rally goer enlisting a few of them. Social Security, Medicare, student loans, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the Federal Reserve, the National Endowment for the Arts, Amtrak, bank bailouts, car bailouts, the list goes on and on. Healthcare. Reflecting the current situation, Republican Senate candidate in Nevada, Sharon Ingalls, said this, and I quote, "If this Congress keeps going the way it is, people are really looking toward those Second Amendment remedies." She's also said that the Second Amendment is there to stop tyranny. Now, I happen to agree with what Sharon Ingalls, what she said. Can I get a show of hands who here understands the Second Amendment to be a bulwark against tyranny in government? So we're being put in an awkward and unfortunate position. We have tyranny in government. We have the Second Amendment. We have guns. So now what? Now what do we do? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do. Gathering together, exercising our First and Second Amendment rights, assembling and bearing arms. This is the least we can do. Honoring the legacy of the founding documents, because rights, like muscles, will atrophy if not used. While we see the Second Amendment as our birthright and the concept of limited government as one of this country's bedrock principles, some would consider these ideas merely an obstacle to their agendas. The socialist left, for the most part, consider our ideas to be on the fringe. They say that we're on the fringe and we're outside of the mainstream. For example, Harry Reid's re-election campaign has jumped on Sharon Ingalls' words, calling her extreme and dangerous. Well, I say that a government that does not respect the Constitution's limits, that is extreme and dangerous. I say that passing a health care law that flies in the face of the Constitution and the will of the people, that is dangerous. Rewarding selected constituencies with bailouts at the expense of others, that is dangerous. I'm running a little short on time here. We've only got about 15 minutes, so I'm going to cut it short. Again, I just want to remind all of you. 8? Uh-oh. All right. Thank you again. Thank you again for coming out.